For the past couple of months, the Cleveland Cavaliers have had a tough offseason. It all began after they lost the 2017 NBA championship. Since then, the Cavs fired general manager David Griffin. They were unable to complete a trade for either Jimmy Butler or Paul George. They decided not to sign Jamal Crawford. They went almost a month without signing a new GM. And worst of all, their 25-year-old star KYRIE requested a trade. Yes, they were able to sign the 2011 MVP Derrick Rose, but the team was unable to fix two of their biggest issues: defense and lack of youth. With the exception of the Cedi Osman signing, the Cavs brought in Jose Calderon and Jeff Green, two guys who are relatively old and way past their primes. All these signs point towards LeBron James leaving Cleveland once again. He's getting older and older, and he's in full-out win now mode. Here are 3 reasons why LeBron James is leaving Cleveland. What's going on, basketball fans? My name is Josh and I'm back with a brand new video. Before I get into it, I want to thank you guys for 20,000 subscribers. Your support has been unreal lately, and I know we can keep it up. Our next goal is 25K, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into it. Reason number 1. The Kyrie Irving situation. A couple of weeks ago, Brian Windhorst reported that Kyrie Irving had requested a trade from the Cleveland Cavaliers. He stated that he wants to be the focal point of his own team somewhere else. This news shocked NBA fans around the world because Kyrie is a guy who has been to 3 straight finals, and best of all, he has a championship ring. Kyrie practically has a guaranteed trip to the finals every single year, but I guess he doesn't want that. He'd rather fight for a playoff spot every year than have the opportunity to fight for an NBA championship. Not to mention, he's playing alongside one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. LeBron was reportedly blindsided and disappointed by the news. Kyrie was supposedly your little brother, and all of a sudden he wants to be traded. But at the end of the day, that's just how the NBA is. It's a business. And if anyone knows that, it's LeBron. The NBA is a star-driven league, and LeBron made it very clear that the players have all of the power when it comes to free agency. But even if the Cavs end up trading Kyrie Irving, what they would get in return would most likely not match the value of Kyrie. Kyrie is a 4-time All-Star, an Olympic gold medalist, NBA champion, and he's accomplished so much more. There are very few players in the NBA today that could replace a player like this. And out of all the possible packages they could get, there are no players that can match Kyrie's value. If Kyrie isn't on this team heading into the 2018 season, I highly doubt LeBron will be there too. Reason number 2. The Cavs front office. Like I mentioned in the intro, the Cavs front office were unable to land Paul George or Jimmy Butler. They made no big moves in the offseason, and honestly, they did not improve much from last year. They picked up Derrick Rose, who has the potential to be something great, but they also picked up guys like Jeff Green and Jose Calderon, who are both out of their primes. They also picked up Cedi Osman, who's an interesting player. The Cavs drafted him a couple of years ago and stashed him over in Europe. He's finally making his NBA debut, but he's still gonna be a rookie. And if you take a look at the Cavs roster, they really have no tradable assets. The only players on the team that have value are obviously LeBron James, who will never be traded, and then you have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. And as we saw in the Paul George situation, Kevin Love does not have a lot of value. And to make everything worse, guys like J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, and Iman Shumpert have massive contracts that no team wants to take on. The Cavs can only sign players for the mid-level exception or for the minimum. With that being said, the odds of this team improving with these aging players on the roster are slim to none. The Cavs have guys like Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Kyle Korver, guys who are way past their primes. The only players that have signed for the Cavs are players who are willing to take the minimum. And players that take the minimum are typically ring-chasing vets. I mean, in the past year, they signed Darren Williams to the minimum, Andrew Bogut to the minimum, Larry Sanders to the minimum. All 3 guys who are either trying to get their careers back on track or trying to win a championship. This prevents the Cavs from making any big improvements. And why would LeBron want to play for a team that can't improve year after year after year? Because the Cavs are aging and they're getting worse and worse as time goes on. And you have other teams in the Eastern Conference like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Washington Wizards, teams that have a lot of young, talented stars. Guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo and John Wall are looking to take down Cleveland any chance they get. And with LeBron turning 33 here in December, he's gonna look to surround himself with younger talent. So why would LeBron want to play for a team that can't make improvements year after year? And reason number 3. The gap between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was very clear in the 2017 NBA Finals that there was a large skill gap between the Warriors and the Cavs. In previous finals, the Cavs were able to slow down Steph Curry and force guys like Draymond Green and Harrison Barnes to beat them. But with the addition of Kevin Durant, there was no answer for him. Durant dropped over 30 points in each of the 5 games, and the Cavs exhausted almost all of their possible defenders. They used Richard Jefferson, who was flat out too old and too slow. They used Iman Shumpert, who was decent, but he still wasn't the answer. And the only wing defenders that they brought in this year were 30-year-old Jeff Green and rookie Cedi Osman, 2 guys who still aren't the answer for Kevin Durant. And as you guys may know, LeBron likes playing a free safety type role on defense. So when he's guarding Durant, he expends a ton of energy that could be used on the offensive side of things. This is where Paul George or Jimmy Butler would have been perfect, but that didn't happen. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Warriors actually improved this summer. The best shooting team in the league brought in more shooters with guys like Nick Young and Omri Caspi. They were also able to trade for the athletic big man in Jordan Bell. Unless someone from the Warriors gets injured, there is no way the Cavs will be able to defeat this current Warriors team. As much as most of us hate to admit it, that's simply the truth. That's why I believe LeBron will ultimately jump ship and look to team up with some other stars elsewhere. Maybe he goes to LA, San Antonio, Houston. We'll see what happens. Unless something crazy happens and the Cavs win the 2018 NBA championship, it's hard to see LeBron still on the Cavs. There are so many better options out west. People like to talk about the Lakers, who just got Lonzo Ball. If they're able to bring in Paul George, maybe we see LeBron go to LA. And then in San Antonio, LeBron has always shown that he has a respect for Greg Popovich, and LeBron and Kawhi Leonard would be deadly. And also we have Houston with Chris Paul and James Harden. Obviously the whole cap situation would have to be worked out, but it's still a possibility. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. LeBron is an all-time great and an NBA legend. He's won his championships in Cleveland, and he's accomplished everything possible. He has nothing left to prove. And so he has earned the freedom to go to any team he wants. So we'll see what happens over the course of the next NBA season. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. But until next time, peace.